Dazzling, dazzling, dilated display a new sound. Dazzling, dilated display a new sound.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille.
The Bulls play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it live for you right here from Chicago. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Well, it was the Chicago Bulls winning their last game. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Carter comes in for Markkanen. Valentine's checked in for Zach LaVine. And AI is subbed in for Dunn. Robinson's checked in for the Pistons. Smith comes in for Langston Galloway. On the floor for Detroit, the big men are Griffin and Drummond. Ish Smith is out there with Jackson, and it's Robinson in at the three. Sinks the three-pointer. AC Webb, for your money, who does the best job of combining guard skills with a classic back-to-the-basket game?
Whoa, I mean, you think of Cousins. He's 7 foot, not the fastest, but he has back-to-the-basket and then crossover three-point shooting ability. Embiid as well, Towns, and of course, Anthony Davis, who I think was a point guard and had a great growth spurt in high school. Yes. He's just a guard in the big man's body.
Here's Jackson. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Oh, what a touch from Jackson on that floater, just gently guiding it home.
Now, here's AI. He's guarded closely. 1:27 left to play in the first quarter. Clock at 6. And AI with the stuff.
And under control play. I mean, even when AI is up against the shot clock, he just maintains his poise.
Here's Drummond. He had 16 points in the win against Brooklyn.
Not to mention his defense. I mean, he was a terror. He came away with 3 steals and caused a whole lot of headaches.
Robinson misses.
That defense is as good as a block. I mean, what looks to be...
Oh!
Tell us how you really feel
about that finish.
Oof.
Oh, that's just solid work from AI right there. He has the ability to execute in almost any situation.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Habit. Carter kicks to AI. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, I think the experience AI had playing in China after college was priceless. I mean, for a player to have success so far out of his comfort zone, I mean, it tells you a lot about his character.
Some changes for Chicago. Felicio's checked in for Portis. Justin Holiday comes in for Parker. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Denzel Valentine. And then for Detroit, Pachulia comes in for Drummond. And it's John Lure in for Blake Griffin. Holiday gets the bucket.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Well, I love how they've done it. They've built this huge lead with points in the paint, dominating physically.
Detroit shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Well, he's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
Here's AI, and oh, he hits the buzzer beater!
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. It's the Bulls as they wrap up the first quarter on a 12-4 run. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Bulls team out there.
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, aggressive on D, efficient on offense. They balled out to an early lead.
On the floor for Detroit, Robinson is out there with John Lure. Then there's Ish Smith. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Pachulia in at the center position. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
The Pistons went for it last season, bringing in Blake Griffin and trading away picks and players. Didn't work out the way they wanted, but they are determined to make a go of it. They're in a brand new building, and they hope that their moves in the future will draw fans back to the franchise. Kevin?
Good overview, David. Thank you. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. And so that brings the first half to a close. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll... Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time. Chicago ends up going with the new group. Then for the Pistons, John Lure, he's checked in for Griffin. Robinson comes in for Langston Galloway, and it's Ish Smith in for Reggie Jackson. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. For Chicago, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. AI outside. And it's sent back by Drummond.
All right, shooters have to be careful when Drummond is roaming nearby. He is a defensive menace who takes his shot blocking very seriously.
Yeah, getting there is before the defense can set up.
That's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
And at the end of the third. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. We've got Carter, and it's Felicio in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Now, here's AI. He's guarded by Calderon. Carter, the pass to Hutchison. Here's AI. Holiday against Johnson. Here's AI. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. AI's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Bulls. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his third foul of the game. And it comes to playing the role of villain in the eyes of many NBA fans. Well, you've got LeBron going to Miami, Durant, even OKC going to Golden State. C-Webb is having someone to root against good for the league. It seems to build some passion in sports for sure.
I mean, there can never be a hero without a villain.
Sure.
Even if that villain is temporary for one season. So one of the great things about the NBA is that our off season normally is just as exciting as the main season because of the trades and who's going where and the changing of allegiances, of alliances. I mean, so I definitely love all the movement. And, you know, the great thing is you're never going to agree with what any player does.
Oh! Where did that come from? It was beautiful.
Wow. Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
with confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. Johnson can't hit.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Well, he's played a smart and strong game. His field goal percentage proves it.
And, well, Detroit shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Knocked loose, stolen by AI.
Whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Passes to Drummond. And nothing is falling for him right now. Bulls have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. They grabbed their own miss. And Holiday kicks to Felicio. And again, AI. AI's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Pistons have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Drummond sets the screen for Calderon. inside. Rejected by AI.
Weighing in with some strong D. AI reading and reacting. He can make a difference in that.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And the Pistons got off to a hot start last season, 14-6 with some big road wins.
Yeah, but you know, I never really include the first 20 games of the season. I just think that's when everyone getting to know each other, and then when the scouting report comes out for the next 62, that's when things heat up. So I think you take that with a grain of salt, but Reggie Jackson did suffer an ankle sprain, and things started going south right after that. But staying healthy will be critical if they hope to make the playoffs this season.
Thomas kicks to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots it. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, trying to recapture momentum. When the tide's running against you, very difficult to do. What will the young kids say today? Ride that wave.
Picked by Pachulia. Knocks it loose. Stolen by AI. Got a piece of it. That shot misses. Excellent D from Thomas.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for AI.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Thomas, no luck. Chicago with the ball. Outpacing him right now in a 15-2 run. Here's AI. Plays it up and banks it in.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Calderon kicks to Lure. Pass to Thomas. Johnson in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lure the screen. From outside, off the mark. AI outside. And so Chicago takes this one. And by a big margin.